Guys, what's going on? How's it going? My hair is still in that phase, that horrible phase. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. It says all I know is win. More like all I know is fucking horrible fucking hair. But at least I have a haircut Monday. So things are looking up, right? Um, Besides that, guys, let's celebrate that these cats are gonna get no. That we are moving into a new time. A lot of people are putting a lot of fear out there. A lot of fear about how real things are gonna get. Look, you control your own goddamn destiny, okay, people? Astrology is useful. Astrology dictates everything. Astrology is God's language. But really, you want to know what's even more God's language? Your fucking attitude and your fucking ability to control your own life and your thought of like, hey, I can just do whatever I want to do. I can be as successful as I want to be. I can pet as many cats as I want to pet. I can own as many cats as I want to own. Not that I own them; they're beings of the earth. But Esme, what'd you say? You see, she's exactly Esme. That's what I'm telling them. Say that again. Come on. So, yeah, that was pretty much my point. Esme kind of put it in a different perspective. That when we let one of the issues with astrology is that when we let things when we follow astrologers who are maybe like they're seeing things in their own way, like, and they're pumping a little bit of fear into us. Guys, look, I believe in God, and I don't like to say that word because people get triggered because of religion, but like I believe in a unit, like this is why like so many astrologers, pop astrologers, like they can't really understand where I'm coming from in the sense that, like, yeah, astrology, you can have like the worst astrology. My hair can look this bad, but that is still God, that is still the divine. That is still everything, right? So if we are meant to go through, let's just say, a really shitty period in the world, there's a spiritual meaning to it. And God, I just have some cringy aftertaste from some videos I've seen. Makes me remember why I stick to kind of like the astrologers I know, instead of some of the bigger ones when it comes to content. Because goddamn, they be saying some dumb shit and some fear, loathing. Just, I'm like, yo, I'm over here like, kind of minding my own business, like kind of, looking at astrology in my own way. And I'm like, I see it completely different as this individual. And, maybe there's some business in fear mongering. Maybe it's some subjectivity. Maybe it has to do more with one's own personal situation, right? Some sunlight up here. But either way, like, I'm just happy Mars is in Taurus. Things are looking up, guys. Don't believe, this shit that you hear. Like, I don't even know. Like the more the more you allow yourself to go down rabbit holes. Rabbits, do they even come out of holes? Do they come out of holes as rabbits? Do they come out of holes as... I got nothing. But, you guys get what I was trying to get at there. I was trying to get at something about how, when we go in holes, aka Pluto, aka the underworld, we transform. And, basically that's kind of like the whole point of this whole life, is to transform. So how the fuck are we supposed to transform if we're always in fairyland? It just doesn't happen. So, yeah, that's definitely something for you. Besides that, we got a full moon coming up, kind of soon, 13th of July, in Capricorn, 25 degrees, I think, something like that. It's really, I think it was 25 because I think it was 2 for my Saturn. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. Not. Actually, I remember looking at. Actually, no, I haven't fully done my. I looked at the chart, but I don't have it popped up in my brain right now. But that's the cats are just staring at my soul. Okay, I'll feed you guys when I finish this video. Anyways, yeah, like, if a creator, if anyone is affecting your vibration, I mean, obviously, like, you have to think first and foremost, like, if it's me, you know that you're wrong. I'm joking. No, but like if someone is just constantly putting fear into you, like, and that's kind of like the vibe you get, and you feel like they're kind of like a savior of sort, but like really it's like, if you actually look back at history, like they've been wrong kind of a lot of times, maybe that's an indication that that person might not be the best follow for you, or the best person to trust with your cosmic, cosmic advice, or with your, trust as being your cosmic guide or consultant or whatever you want to call it. The way I see it is that everything is divine. What you go through, what I go through, what I have, what you have, everything is fleeting. One man, could have been a king in a past life, and he's now a peasant in this life. Right, Mika? Mika agrees. Mika knows I'm speaking the truth. Mika, what do you think? Mika, what? You were a king in a past life? Oh, Mika. You see, my cats are like my content. They're helping me make this content. Big appearances. Mika. So, yeah, guys, we have to put that in perspective and realize that, like, all the stuff that's happening now, as horrible as it is, if you want to be like a divine creature, if you want to be one of these people that is like a immovable rock that nothing can affect because you're a sociopath, no, just because nothing can affect because, like, you're so solid, you're so rooted in your faith. And I know that the word faith has been associated with dogmatic thinking and just forced upon religion, forced upon you, like religion that's forced upon you. I can't speak today. But really, like, what is real faith? What is real? Like, for me, it's like, that's the Pisces, right? It's like, like I'm very close to the divine, and I've never, since I started spirituality, I've always felt like it's not something I can kind of like put into words. I was talking to Trey about this the other day, and he was telling me how, because I never really thought about it. He was telling me about how he, by the way, our podcast is coming one day, 1 year, or it's been like, what, 2-3 months since we've had an episode. We're just on different schedules. Like, literally, like, he wakes up when I go to sleep. It's fucking ridiculous. And we live like, he lives in France. I live in Romania. So we live close. We're 1 hour time difference, but it's pretty much like the equivalent of him living in Hawaii, me living in freaking Japan or some shit. Actually, that's not that far. Me living in like Romania, right? But yeah, like, he was telling me how he was kind of feeling like a little bit less connected to that, to God, to the divine, and like on a kind of a metaphysical, physical level. And it made me think about it. I was like, like, I've never not, like, ever since I started spirituality, like, I've never not felt that. Like, I've always felt that extreme, and it made me think more. I was like, maybe I've always felt that extreme closeness, like, even during fucked up times. Like, I can always see, or at least kind of like imagine how it like adds to the big picture, So I don't know. I just thought that was important, and if you're like me, then you understand what I'm saying, and like, it's just like we just have to keep moving. We have to keep fucking moving. Remember, like, life can hold us back. We can be held back by, like, stuff that happens, right? And we can get very, very in the projection mode of like, this is how the future will unfold, and we get stuck in that, right? We get stuck because of things that happen and thinking like, oh, it's like, like even unconsciously, like this is how things are going to develop for me, right? But like the thing is, like, God is, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, like the divine source, it's so full of surprises. It is genderless. So I realize that sometimes I'm gonna be like he or she, like it's genderless. It's just it's not even it's itless, but it's so full of surprises, right? And if you want to read about God, read my book. I don't think I mentioned the word God once, but like, you'll see how like how crazy it's been in my life, or how unbelievable and unpredictable and just, but at the same time protected I've been, and how one thing has led to the other in such a perfect way, right? And then my book doesn't talk about me. It talks about me for 2 chapters out of 18 or 17. Like I'm not like a freaking narcissist with 25,000 followers. I think I'm so cool now I can write a fucking book about myself. Like, no, it's not that fucking interesting, dude. It's 2 chapters about me. The rest is just mostly about ideas and things like that belong to everyone. But yeah. So basically, having that open mindset of each day waking up and being like, all right, anything is possible. I know that these things have happened. I know I don't want to be a naive dumbass, but like, keeping yourself open to, things that can be is ultimately in my mind, that's what's going to make things work for you. That's what's going to separate you from, from some other people that might be more negative around you, right? Is like, how can you achieve a level of level-headedness amidst the craziness? And then also, how can you choose to believe, how can you have discernment? Because, you might have some guy that thinks, who has everything, or girl, whatever, and makes it look like, he knows or she knows what the fuck she's talking about. A lot of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, just because you have a certain level of experience in astrology, like a certain level of years in this life, doesn't mean that, like, you know more than someone like me, like, who's to say someone knows more than me? Like, I mean, people do, but like, I'm just saying, like what dictates someone's knowledge, someone's wisdom, right? So be careful who you listen to. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm not talking about like what's happening right now. I just see that there's a lot of astrologers that every time they go on fucking video, all they can talk about is how, you have to be prepared for all the unexpected, and like, it's like this is what you prepared for, and we're fighting this battle and all this stuff. And it's like, yo, like, dude, life is not a fucking battle. Like it's such a dangerous way of thinking, because then you're in your fight or flight all the time, and then you're bringing that same energy towards loved ones, towards like more of a new, like, why is Venus a planet then? Venus and Mars are both planets because those are both archetypes within humanity that will always exist. So, and why is Pluto? What about Pluto? Pluto rules the underworld. So if God created everything, like, God wouldn't have created Pluto. He wouldn't have created Mars, which we're just coming out of that square, ironically, as I finish this video. So, like, if you, and I knew that I didn't want to say it, but I knew that there was going to be, I still haven't checked to see the full news of what happened yesterday in America. I was praying for, like, less than a few shootings. I know that there was one. Sadly, I was really, really hoping that that the square would not bring, wouldn't go like so crazy and tragedy, but like, what can you do? What can you do? This is Mars square Pluto. As bad as it is, it's still created by the divine. It's still planets. Planetary energy is created by the divine. So it's things that we have to live with in this universe. If you want to get out of it, break your karma. One way to break your karma: break your fear cycles. All right, that's it, guys. Leave it something in the comments. Let me know what you think. Okay, bye.